Hey guys, what's going on? It's Evade, and I know I've been AFK for a while, haven't uploaded any video for such a long time, but today I'm going to make a video about why I think Blade and Soul has become so popular recently. For those of you who don't know, Blade and Soul is a game developed by NCSoft, which is a company that has also produced and developed other games like WildStar, Guild Wars 2, Lineage 2, and all that stuff. Blade and Soul, or BNS, is an MMO fantasy RPG that was actually based in Korea. So a lot of people call it a JRPG. That's kind of like a general term for, Japanese style or, European, Asian style kind of games, I guess, that are MMORPGs. Uh, but it's a real time martial arts battle mechanics game. I don't know how else to describe it. So the best way to describe it is that in your typical MMORPG, that's a mouthful, but in the typical RPG, you have like the function bars, you have macro keys and all that stuff. Like you have a huge like 14 skills you can use, and you try to do and it's all single. Like you tap Q, you tap E, you do like make another bar, shift Q, shift E or whatever, and it does your skill, right? But in this game, you use your mouse. So in this game, like if you want to attack with the basic attacks, you can use left mouse click, and then you can do right mouse click to combo attack, and then you have other abilities you can use like 1, 2, 3, 4, or in the ZXCV or anything like that. So it's kind of dynamic in that sense. It's a real time, quick, fast paced action battle, um, which makes it a lot different than other RPGs or MMOs that people have played in the past. Now, this game was actually released in Korea of in June 30th of 2012 and has been developed for other countries and slowly released to other countries over the years since then, and has actually finally just reached NA in January of 2016. Early January has been closed beta or closed alphas since like last year, 2015, late 2015, but it finally made it here free to play, all that stuff. So that's it for like the explanation behind the scenes of it. If you really want to know more, I can do some more digging. This is kind of just like a quick video of what I think why it's popular, not my actual experience with the game or anything like that, because that's going to be in another video most likely. I've only played about an hour of this game, so I'm not hugely like an expert into it, but I want to do more research, understand it more, and then come back with you guys with like another video of like a review, a comparison, and what I think about the game in a whole. So getting into why I think it's popular. Why I think this game is popular is mainly due to the fact of the unique features as of the real-time action-based mechanics. But going into the real reason why I think it's popular, it's probably because of the Twitch streamers, to be honest with you. I mean, let's be real here. This game was released in 2012. There's no way that people of the general public would think a game in 2012 can be like so awesomely epic that everyone on their own would just be like, "Hey, play this game. Let's go play this game, man. Yeah, let's do it, dude." Like half the people that I've known I've talked to that have played this game had no idea this game was made in 2012 until they looked it up or they saw another person streaming it, and then they go like, "Hey, who's this?" And I want to see what they're streaming. So a lot of the big like I don't know what's it called, like help that you can, or the big reason why you can give this game a lot of popularity is because of popular streamers like Soda Poppin, Summit1G, Tim the Tap Man, um, and people like that who average at least 10,000 viewers every stream. Play this game. Soda Poppin, if you don't know any of those, I'm gonna give you the biggest one. I'd say Soda Poppin is, or was and still is, kind of a World of Warcraft streamer. He's known for playing MMOs, and he's known for really, really getting involved in them. He's known for not being a casual. He's known for going hardcore and leveling up as fast as he can, playing PvP, and having fun with friends and stuff, and being a complete idiot. But nonetheless, he's really well known in the MMO community, especially mostly for his AIDS chat. But yeah, so he started playing Blade and Soul and other MMOs actually over the span of 6 months. He got Blade and Soul, I think, for the closed alpha that a lot of other streamers and YouTubers got to a view on. Over the time, he had started playing more and more of it. He really enjoyed it, and it became mainly the focus of his stream. Now, he averages, I'd say, out of the most, like The most he can get viewer wise, I'd say, is probably around 30,000. That's the most I've seen him ever at. His average, I'd say, is around the 10 to 15,000 range. So that's a lot of people watching him play this one game. When people watch their favorite streamer play this game for hours and hours on end, they develop an opinion about the game, and they either want to play it with them or they hate the game. They hate the fact that the streamer's playing it, and they never want to see it again. So that's what a lot of people feel, especially with Soda Pop. And like a lot of people don't like the fact that he plays this game, and a lot of people love the fact that he plays this game. I, for one, have no opinion on it. When I see someone play a game and I end up liking it, or I end up thinking, I want to try that game, I just go try the game. I don't say anything about the streamer. I don't care. I watch a streamer for their personality, but that's not besides the point. So, Blade and Soul, in itself, is a very similarly different game. And what do I mean by that? Its art style and everything else is pretty much what you'd expect of a JRPG kind of a game. I'm just gonna call it a JRPG, even though it's not Japanese, but it's pretty typical of a JRPG style kind of a game. It's obviously old, made in 2012, so the art style is really everything else is graphically is kind of old, and especially the word text over the screen is kind of aids in my eyes. But um, moving on to like character customization, it's detailed and it's definitely like it gives you a lot of options, but so do other games like Fallout, so did Final Fantasy. Like they all give you the same relative options. So I'd say the main appeal of this game is obviously the unique real-time fighting features. The game itself actually does have somewhat of a good backstory from what I've seen so far. It's a typical of like revenge kind of backstory, and fighting this to save your clan, family, whatever kind of thing. But in the beginning of every MMO, you always get stupid tasks you're given, like go kill this turtle to get 3 XP and level up to the new level, kid. And they give you, in some MMOs like Final Fantasy, they just give you no reason to do it, right? Like when I first started Final Fantasy, it was my second MMO, my first being World of Warcraft, which was even dumber. But like even that one, even in Final Fantasy, they give you dumb tasks at the beginning of every class you get to just do it because there's no point to doing it, but you just gotta do it, right? In this game, there's somewhat of a reason to what every like task or chapter you get. So like in every chapter, every task, quest, whatever you want to call it, there's actually some like backstory behind it and some point to it that progresses you through the story. Obviously, you can get side quests, you can get all this stuff, but there's a lot of unique characters in this world that kind of dive you in. So it does actually like even I'm talking from the first hour. Like I haven't even gone far in the game. Like I'm only level 5 or something like that. So for me to say that about this game already off the bat is kind of like holy shit. Like to me at least, it's like holy shit because it makes you at least feel for the character, feel for the game a little bit more than other MMOs, which I like. I like that. So I think that this game has gained a lot of popularity due to the fact that streamers and YouTubers have played it and have brought that attention, that spotlight on it. And I guess my main question to all of you is, what do you think this game will do after the fact if people lose their appeal to it? Like the streamers and the YouTubers just stop playing it, don't play it as much, or whatever. Or do you think it'll stay on top for a long time? Because I know for a while, Final Fantasy was on top, and that's kind of slowly died down a lot now. Like it averages at least like 500 viewers maybe on the entire game. It's not really growing at all. And the only other MMOs that can compete with, or Blade and Soul has to compete with, are really like Diablo 3 and World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft has gone down a lot, and it's continuing to go down until probably about the Legion release. And then Diablo 3 is a game that those are fucking like diehard fans, but at the same time, you can still compete with Diablo 3 if you really try. If you really try, you can probably compete with Diablo 3. I don't like Diablo 3, and I think it's kind of weird and hard to get into, but whatever. Do I think this game will last? It's too soon to tell, but it's also like I don't know how long it would last either, so it's like I can't tell you if it'll last. I think for me, I enjoyed my experience so far. I can definitely see me spending a lot of time into this game, but the thing is, I don't know if I could spend a lot of thought-provoking time. I like to think when I play games. I like to at least challenge myself in some way when I play a game because it pushes me to be better at that, especially like with like Counter Strike or League of Legends or like Final Fantasy, for instance. I have to think before I go and do something. Like before I just sign up for this dungeon just to get XP, I have to think: is there any gear I need? Is there any leveling I need to do beforehand? Leave quests or anything like that, right? So for this game, being a free to play, that's also another feature that brings great appeal to it that I think is a really good start for them, because if this game was a paid subscription, there would be a lot less players, a lot less stuff, or a lot less like anything really. Free to play games are the epitome of how you get attention. And do I think this game will become pay to play? Yeah, I do. I honestly do. This game has a feature where you can become premium, or you can just be a regular queue. Premium. So every time you join a world, awkwardly enough, you have to wait in a queue, which I think is dumb. But hey, you have to wait in a queue. The queue for me took about 5 minutes to get into a server, which isn't bad. But I mean, 5 minutes just to get into a server to play an MMO. I mean, it's kind of like what the fuck, dude. Um, or you can pay like a subscription fee, and you can get premiums. You can get premium queue times, which I mean, I don't know how that really works, but I guess you get shorter queue times, or you get in first, or like you don't have to wait in queues or something like that, which I don't see why I'd do that. But anyway, this game free to play, great start. Do I think it'd be pay to play? Yeah, I do. I do. Eventually, over time, if it continues to gain popularity, it will become pay to play. But it's fun. It's enjoyable. I mean, if you can get it now and then just enjoy it for what you can. Uh, so I mean, that's about it. I have nothing else to say. I'm gonna do another video, probably like a review slash comparison to other MMOs that it's also competing with, and all that stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This has been Evade. I'm gonna try to get in the rhythm of making more videos and playing more games and trying to do some other stuff on this channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Um, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.